Hello, my name is Lara Karaian and I'm an associate professor in the Institute of Criminology and Criminal Justice at Carleton University, and I was also Delphine DiTecco's MA thesis supervisor. The Institute of Criminology and Criminal Justice at Carleton is a critical, much sought after interdisciplinary undergraduate program. My colleagues and I supervise students from the undergraduate and graduate level across the Faculty of Public Affairs, but also the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. In the fall of 2020, I'm going to be starting a new research project, federally funded, that investigates the immersive, intelligent, and interactive technologies and their effects legally and culturally. And in particular, I'm interested in the ways that virtual reality, haptic technologies, and artificial intelligence impact our understanding of sex and sexuality, but also therefore our definition and responses to sex crime. I'm very excited to be able to hire graduate and undergraduate students to support me, and so I'm looking forward to mentoring them with this project as well. I'm only one of the faculty members of the Institute of Criminology and Criminal Justice that's been funded by the Social Sciences and Humanities Research Council of Canada. Together we bring our research to inform our teaching. We also mentor students at the graduate and undergraduate level and work with state actors to inform policy in the name of social justice.
Hi, my name is Delphine DiTecco. I'm currently a master's candidate at Carleton University in the Women and Gender Studies program. I'm originally from Montreal. I studied psychology at Concordia, and I became really interested in sexuality and sexual stigma and sexual minorities and the way that our norms, our sex and gender norms, are used to stigmatize certain sexual minorities or to shame certain sexualities. So I was really excited to be able to explore those topics here at Carleton. In particular, my supervisor, Dr. Lara Karaian and Dr. Ami Khan, who are actually from the Criminology and Law and Legal Studies department, really encouraged me to follow some more controversial topics on sexuality, which was really fantastic. So the research I'm doing right now is actually a discourse analysis that's looking at representations of sex robots both in academic literature and in online news articles. And what I've been looking at is how sex work is actually being talked about in those representations, because one of the big debates around sex robots is, could these be and should these be an alternative for sex work? And I found quite a few interesting things. I'm finding that a lot of sex and gender norms are being reproduced through these representations. I'm also finding some discourses that were really popular amongst radical feminists who were anti-pornography or anti-sex work, anti-BDSM, and some of these discourses are being also repeated in the sex robot media, in particular that men and women's sexuality is fundamentally different, that certain sexual practices are inherently harmful by their very nature or representation, and that certain sexual practices will cause or lead to violence or sexism. I also found that in the representations, sex work is being stigmatized because it's being labeled either as something that is inherently harmful, or you have this discourse that if sex robots were to replace sex work, that it would ultimately be a good thing for the world and everyone, which is not necessarily what sex workers might say. And I've also found that there's been a lack of inclusivity in terms of talking to sex workers and sex work clients and users of sex dolls and sex robots about their opinions on the issue. And I've been very fortunate to do this research that's obviously a little different at Carleton, because I feel like the professors really encourage you to follow your interest and go somewhere even if it's maybe a little bit different and not be afraid to tackle some more difficult topics. And it's been a great experience, and I hope to defend in April. Thank you.